Good morning, everybody. Well, Pete's already introduced me. I'm really fortunate to be the assistant principal at Chirnside Park Primary School, and over the last 4 years, I've got to know Pete and work really closely with Pete, particularly in the last 2 years. And before I say anything else, I'd just like to express my sincere appreciation and our school's appreciation for Pete's commitment at our school. And I know that that's backed heavily by all of you at Life Ministry Church. But he's been supporting our school for over 20 years. And Pete, your presence in our school is absolutely invaluable. And I speak on behalf of my school and our entire community when I say that we are so relieved for your recovery and incredibly grateful. But today I'm here to celebrate the remarkable relationship between Life Ministry Church, Kids Hope and our school and discuss the amazing things that happen because of that. It's your church's support that makes a real difference in the lives of the students at our school. And it's something that I think really highlights community and how important community is, whether it be at church or at school or just out in the wider community. Now, a little bit of background about our school. At present, we enrol about 400 students, and they come from a real diverse backgrounds and cultures and bring a really unique perspective to our school. Our core values at our school are respect, empathy and excellence. And these principles guide the interactions that shape all of our classroom practices and underscore our commitment to nurturing a supportive and inclusive community. I think we have a lot that matches your church. Now, the steadfast support of Life Ministry has been a real beacon of hope and assistance for our community in times of need. When I started writing this speech, I started thinking about all of the many things that Pete and I get to collaborate on and all of the ways that Life Ministry supports our school, and it's pretty unbelievable. From providing meals for family facing hardship, sponsoring school camps for many of the kids at our school, not many, but some kids at our school where their families simply can't afford to send them on camp, supplying essential items like school shoes, clothing, and all of those contributions have come from the Life Ministry Church and from all of you, and for that we are so incredibly grateful. Moreover, your involvement, and I'm sure lots of you in this room have been involved in this, in working bees at our school, helping to improve the grounds, supporting families in crisis at our school by going to their homes and working on their lawns, helping maintain their gardens. I know that there was a family last year where the children in that house had never had a birthday party because the mother was too ashamed to invite people to go to their house. I'm going to cry. And after the working bee, their daughter had her first birthday party. She had a 12th birthday party. And of course, the family fun night, which of course isn't happening this year, but it is an absolute highlight of our calendar at our school. It's probably my favourite event at our school because it invites every family at our school to have a night with their family and build community with our school and with the church, and it doesn't cost a single thing. Often we're invited to things, parents are continuously digging into their pockets to pay for things. This is one of those nights that just builds community and gives back. And we are so grateful for your church for providing that family fun night and bringing the volunteers and the music and the lighting. It's amazing and we look forward to it. But my role today is actually to talk about the Kids Hope program, and so that's what I'm going to talk a little bit more on. So through Kids Hope, and it's been going at school long before I started working at Chirnside Park. But we really witness the transformation that can happen with one-on-one mentoring for some of the most needy children in our school. And I'm going to tell you a story just about one child at our school. I'm going to use a name, but it's not that child's name, just for anonymity. I'm going to talk about a little boy named Colby, who enrolled at our school a couple of years ago. And when he got to our school, he had a pretty unsuccessful time at his last school, and that was because he'd experienced an awful lot of trauma in his family and his personal life. He'd suffered grief and loss. And so when he went to school, there was often aggressive outbursts. He didn't really trust adults. He often got sent home from school, those types of things at his last school, so it really was unsuccessful. And when he got to our school, we knew that we absolutely had to wrap around this little boy as much as possible. So from day one, we committed to doing that. And I think in about week 2, I spoke to Pete and I said, we've got a little boy who really needs Kids Hope. He absolutely needs sometimes to be out of the classroom and have support from an adult who's going to build that relationship with him. It didn't take long for Pete to set up a mentor, and by week 3, our little boy Colby was set up with a mentor. This mentor, who still works with Colby to this day, played an enormous role in transforming this little boy's view of the world. In time, he built a really close relationship with his mentor, and he started to really look forward to spending time with him. It was like a highlight of his week. You should see him to this day. His eyes light up when his mentor walks into the room. And it doesn't actually matter what they do together. Sometimes they'll go outside and play basketball. Sometimes they're playing board games. Sometimes they're actually reading over speeches or doing schoolwork. It didn't really matter what they did because it was just about spending one-on-one time with his mentor. This relationship became a real beacon of trust for Colby and showcased I think, and I could tell you a lot more about this story, but I won't go into it, but I think it showcases the profound influence that one caring adult can make to a child when maybe they're not getting that relationship at home. Colby's journey underscores how vitally important programs like Kids Hope are. And without them, children, and they're in all of our schools, who face significant challenges might never get to rebuild trust or form positive relationships. It's through this dedicated support that we see real transformation in many of the children. And I know, I was just speaking to somebody that I met this morning, I know many of you have worked as Kids Hope mentors, and I'm sure, or I hope that you have personal experience of how transformative this program can be. We are just incredibly grateful at Chirnside Park, as I'm sure you understand, of the connection that we have with Life Ministry Church, and especially for the Kids Hope program. Because your commitment enables us to provide not just education, but hope, healing, and a sense of belonging to the students at our school who absolutely need it most. And so my message to you today is, if you have 1 hour a week, or if you're considering becoming a Kids Hope mentor, know that there's children who are absolutely waiting to meet you, and you can make an enormous difference to a child in need. So thank you very much, Life Ministry Church, and especially to the Kids Hope mentors who are in our school right now. And hopefully we can keep making a profound impact, one child at a time. Thank you very much.